Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel once again. And it's been a great time having you. All right, on the 17th of February this year, 2024, I hosted a virtual Valentine program with a close group, and I recorded it. I actually had two guests that spoke with my audience, and it was a great time. I wouldn't like you to also miss it, and that is why I have also taken time to publish it on my channel. Just stay tuned as you listen. Thank you.
Beautiful. Pastor Charles and the entire senior friend family, I am so grateful to be here with you. It's good to interact again. I'm particularly very grateful for this opportunity. Many churches have their own defined code of conduct, even up to marriage. So many members have their mindset on what marriage is, what behaviors inside marriage should be. And some of them have not bothered to check whether those things are biblical or not. They just say, our church people don't do this, our church people do this. But since I like studying, I like doing research, so many things. If you follow me up on Facebook, you will see how I used to do my posts. I think Pastor Henry used to even interact with me on some subject. I discovered that the subject of marriage is one area that many Christians are not benefiting a lot. And the reason they're not benefiting is not far-fetched. The reason they're not benefiting is because we are called believers. We are not supposed to question anything. We are supposed to just believe. So somebody has been married for some years now, and the challenge with having child is already showing up, and the person is not doing anything because as believer, you just believe, and then you expect that miracle will happen. You are going to have a child. So I've been challenging some of this way we have operated along the line. What is a sin? What is acceptable? What is not acceptable? Why do we do some certain things? Why is it that some persons we even go for IVF? We shy away from sharing testimonies and mentioning that God, through the miracles of the doctors, these children came. Why some persons we have CS and then we not mention it to anybody because Christians are not supposed to, in quote, have CS, are supposed to deliver like Hebrew women. So you can see that pattern of reasoning like that surrounding issues of marriage and all of that. And I have been working to see how people can ask questions. Because while you are to believe all things, you are also to test all spirit. Testing all spirit implies asking questions. So tonight is going to be engaging, it's going to be asking of questions. I'm not here as an expert. I'm not here as a most senior in the field. I'm just here as if we are having our class tutorial discussion so that we can pass our exams together. Of course, life is an exam. Well, let me start by saying that marriage is like giving somebody permission to become a co-admin in your Facebook page or whatever thing you operate, maybe your account, your phone, or whatever, is giving somebody access, and that person is your wife. So you compromise your privacy, you compromise your joy, your happiness, everything about you is being shared. It's a shared life. The opposite of selfishness to me is marriage, because marriage actually makes you to be unselfish. It is in marriage that you share everything. And the commonest one is your marriage that you can be naked and not be ashamed. If not, you can not feel free to be naked with anybody. But in marriage, that's password that protects your nakedness and your privacy, you compromise it with your wife or with your husband, and you share that. And it goes down from sharing your body to sharing your money, sharing your possession, sharing intimate information, sharing secret. So now, if you are giving somebody access to your Facebook, for example, I know that tech guys, almost all of us here should know what a Facebook admin should be, but there are two ways. You can give somebody a controlled access, where somebody can only post but cannot edit. That is a control access. Somebody can have a control access. And then somebody can also have a full access where you can post, edit, delete, comment, and share and do everything that any admin can do. So in marriage, you have some persons who have gain full access to their wife's life, and they can post, they can delete, they can correct, they can say, where are you going to? They can, grow the partner, the husband. Then you have some marriages where there is no full access. There is no full disclosure of how much is being paid, how much is being aimed. There is no full disclosure of some certain businesses. There's no full disclosure of some certain things that is going on in life. In fact, can I shock you too? There is no also full disclosure of maybe moments of pains, moments of sorrow. So somebody can be going through trying time and will not discuss with his partner or with her partner because the access they gave to the partner is a limited access. And so if you're in such marriage where discussion is limited, is not overwhelming, it's not all encompassing, it's just about the access that is given to you. And then that takes me to the next point. What makes anybody to have our confidential issues pass on to the person is the amount of confidence we have in the person. So please, my brothers and sisters, this is one of the most important points I'm going to make in this, our discussion. That is why I'm not a traditional marriage teacher, because some of the things I teach, they are not the traditional things, they are not the everyday things. It is always said that be transparent in your marriage, like I've said in that intro. Tell your partner everything. Let your partner know everything that is happening to you, your finances and everything. But in life, the reality is you don't tell people something beyond what they can carry, beyond their capacity. So what people discloses to you, the confidential matters, things that are confidential to them, they will not disclose it to you until they have aimed your confidence. Is that point driven home?
Yes, sir.
So if anybody is complaining, my husband is not telling me things, or my wife is not telling me things, there is nothing to worry about. Check the level of confidence. It is the level of confidence. If you want to build a house, I think we should have one or two engineers here. You know that if you want 2 or 4-story building, the foundation is what will determine how many story building that should be put upon the first floor. So what will be put in your hands, what your spouse will tell you, is basically the strength of your foundation, what he has ascertained that you can carry. So being married to a man is not automatic that the man will just be telling you everything. The man will tell you something based on what you can carry. And that is why when you go to official buildings, you will see many notices, restricted access, staff only. Have you seen that before? You've seen that before. Staff only, restricted access. You have seen all of that in many places where visitors are not allowed into some areas of public building. Am I correct? You see it written on the board, staff on the door, staff only. So what it means there is that if you're a stranger, you cannot go into that place. If it's a restaurant, for example, they will write on the door of their kitchen, staff only staff allowed. So what it means is that for those staff that have gone through the training of the organization, they have their details, they can trace them if anything goes wrong. They are the ones that are allowed to go into those restricted areas. So every man, every human being has his own restricted areas, even in marriage. So for you to have access to those restricted areas of your husband, you have to have your confidence in place. Your husband have to have that confidence in you to be able to tell you, look, I'll be paying so and so amount of money in the next few days or the next few months. I want you to bring your idea how we should go about the money. Because if the man tries you in the first of two instances and you are not measuring up to that kind of information, he tells you, before you know it, you take the information to the street and people, get to know that, oh, your husband is about to be paid, and maybe robbery incident or one thing happened. The man will say, okay, come and hear me next time. Come next time, let me come and tell you. So that is how people disclose information. So being married is not enough. You have to have that capacity to manage the information that the other spouse will tell you. Okay, so when we go from that, so how do we now build confidence? How do we now build trust? Because the most important thing that they have told us in marriage is trust. Can I trust you? If I say I'm leaving my father and my mother to be joined with you, that means I trust you. But to what extent do I trust you? How can I build my trust? And this is where many marriages used to have problem. That somebody open up to you and say, this is my weakness. I am not good in this area. The person has simply entrusted you with a very important part of his life or her life. So what do you do with what I've entrusted you with? When the children of Noah, two sons of Noah, one son of Noah saw the nakedness of Noah. That is a top secret. Seeing your father being naked is a top secret. Now, they came and told the other sons that their father is naked. Now it is known to the whole children that their father is drunk and naked. Whereas one decided to mock his father, the other two boys, decided not to see their father's nakedness and also went ahead to cover their father's nakedness. Though people cannot sometimes intentionally get drunk and get naked before you, but what you do in the moment of nakedness matters a lot. So while we are talking about good marriages, good men, Christian brothers, pastors like Pastor Henry and Pastor Charles and all the rest pastors and men of God and women of God in the house, we expect them to be perfect, no flaw, no mistake, nothing. But there comes a time in marriage where they get naked. Not them, but there comes a time in marriage where you see the nakedness of Noah. Is somebody with me? I want to make sure that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Well done, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that's
Yeah, with you, sir.
it might be that nakedness could be a point where in-law has called, your mother-in-law has called, or brother-in-law has called for money, and it's obvious that the account is naked. There is no money in the house. It could be that period of nakedness. So you now, as a wife, you are now like one of the sons of Noah. Are you the one that will cover that nakedness, or you are the one that will broadcast and make mockery of the nakedness? So in marriage, I'm looking for somebody that if I peradventure, inadvertently, by mistake, get naked, my wife will cover me. My wife is also looking for a man that if anything happens to her, and they say when breeze blows, we see fire yash. If anything blows her and she gets naked, my husband will be there to cover me. I'll be a covering for her. So in any moment of life, whether it is through a career progression, whether it is through believing God for the fruit of the womb, whether it is through challenge in the body, health, whatever thing that happens in life, whether it's through going through menopause, whether it is through going painful menstrual period, whether it is stress in the workplace, whatever thing that would have naturally, publicly bring out the shame of your partner. You are there to cover that shame. That is what you do as a marriage partner. Well, here in the UK, they always say partner. So I have been given some list of things to discuss. And the first one is about finance. Finance, fiancé, they sound the same. That's how important finance is. Well, the rules is very clear. You can either have joint account or you can have separate account. But it go back to where I started. You can't have joint account because it was preached in the church. Be transparent. You can't have a joint account because everybody's having a joint account. You only have joint account if that is what will bring the greatest benefits to the home. If having joint account will not bring out the best from both of you, then you should have separate account. Praise the Lord. You should have separate account. So don't be stereotyped or be boxed into a corner to have a style that may not work for you. For me and my wife, or for my wife and myself, from the days of courtship, I know that I cannot have a joint account with my wife. Do you know why? That my wife, very industrious woman, and she's into trading. She's a nurse working in Federal Medical Center as at that time. So I see her, she hustles and get money, and she has siblings that she's taking care of in school, even at that time and that level of income, and her mom to take care of. For me, I don't have that kind of responsibility. I am fifth born in my family. I have grown up elderly ones. My elder brother takes care of all of us, takes care of my parents and all of that. So though by covenant I have that responsibility, but not as heavy as it fell on my wife, who is close to the last born, but having that weight of responsibility from her family. So in that regard, I have to use my initiative to allow free run of money, so that if she has any reason to do anything for any of her siblings, for any of her relatives, for any of her mother, it will not call for a meeting. It will not necessary to seek for my permission. So she can, do whatever thing she wants to do with her money. And that is a game. That again is because I have ascertained she will not use less the money. She has that robust argument, that quality financial management. So we manage our finances separately. In fact, it's so bad that we could send money to different persons at different times, and we just receive call. This one we receive call. Your wife sent me money. Oh, your husband sent me money, like that. And so I gave my wife that free hand to operate, and that's been good. And for me, that is how I can only breathe. Let us breathe. Let the poor breathe. Let the guys breathe. The only way I can breathe is to have that free hand, because I have to give in the church. I have to give in the ministry I'm running. I have to give. I give a lot. And I'm not a civil servant. I was not a civil servant, so I was not any salary. So the way I make money as a lawyer and spend money is not something that can be calling for meetings. If I subject my wife to be checking all of those things, it will bring a lot of quarrel. What happened to that 50,000? And that 100,000 naira is gone again, like that. So we avoided all of that because we understood each other's money's managing skills. So just find out what works for you. But above all, what I discovered in managing finance in marriage, above all, is let no one of you see yourself as the source, provide as the breadwinner, as the source that is running the home. You say, this home na my head do. If I no go work now, nothing to chop. If I no bring now, this man, why am I now? So it's also for me the press. The moment you see yourself as the source, you will limit your resources. Can I tell you one story? When we married, no, when we get back to our first son, so my wife will be telling me that is it diaper or baby food is finished. And that is usually on Sundays. In my office, we used to share money on Fridays. So Fridays, I will have money and give them for the weekend to cook, to run the week. Now, they will not go and check for what need to be. They will not go and check the baby food. On Sunday, I've exhausted my money in the church, waiting for the week to start on Monday. And then my wife comes on Sunday night, we need to buy baby food. I said, I don't have money again. I've exhausted the money. And then she will augment. So one time she got angry why and also before raining days, I should have backup this and that. Good point. But she now overstepped the boundary and began to talk about, how she has been doing this, providing and getting this. Then I say, hey, hold it there. Okay, know what we do? Don't buy anything in this house again. So let us see who is the provider. I told you that my Jehovah is Jehovah El Shaddai. In fact, the name of my law firm is El Shaddai's son. And I've shared with you severally that I am not a normal being. I am a mysterious being. The way things work for me is mysterious in terms of resources. And you have seen it during this wedding. So, okay, now don't bring anything to this house again and let us see who is the provider. So she stopped bringing. The next weekend, I bought, almost half basin of fish. That's baby food. I started buying them like 3. Bought this. So the complaint in the house was that I'm buying things excess. That's my wife now bought a new quarter. Father Zosta, I bought plenty fish. She left it till daybreak. She refused to do it. He said the fish are too many. That's why I bought 1 carton of chicken. He said, he said the freezer is filled up. That is it, not quarter. He said the freezer is filled up. There's no place to put it. I should have called first to find out if there is space to put chicken before I would buy. I said, sure. I think we are looking for provision, simple provision. So what I say in essence is that for you to enjoy finances as a couple, you have to know who is the provider, who is the El Shaddai. And no of you should see yourself that I am the one paying all the bills, I'm the one bringing all the money, and the one I pay for this person, I pay for this one. You go pay tire, you go tire soon. So that is that in terms of finances. So then, very important, fruit of the womb. Dr. Henry is there. You saw what I posted at that time. And if I have opportunity to meet God's servant, Bishop David Oyedebo, I will still say it. If there's someone in the committee, I will say it. If you're getting married, the marriage committee should not just do pregnancy tests alone. They should do comprehensive tests. Some persons don't know that they have medical conditions that could be a challenge in childbearing before they got married. I've been in the marriage committee for years before I got tired and resigned. But I've been in the marriage counseling business for a long time. I've also been involved in praying for people to have miracle babies, and they have gotten. But recently, I've been watching a trend that there seems to be an increase of people getting married and they have to wait for the fruit of the womb 1, 2, 3, 4 years. It's not like it used to be again, sharp. After 9 months, you give birth. And to me, I'm thinking the church will do more than verifying whether these people have slept with each other. Let's go and do pregnancy tests, or to see whether they are compatible in terms of genotype. I think the church should go further to find out if there is underlying fertility challenge, so that during the counseling, doctor, put your mic on. I'm talking too much. It's getting boring. I'm talking too much.
It's not boring, sir. We're so lively here, sir.
Yeah, okay. So that during marriage counseling, it will be okay. You say, this is that way you want marry. They don't chop in. You go marry. Your faith, they see your faith, to see the level of your faith. Can your faith carry it? Because you will need me from day one. You should know from day one. From that, yes, I do. So that yes, I do, yeah, I do will include waiting on God. So for your first night in wedding, you're already aware that it will take miracle to have a child. I think you have had the testimony severally shared by Bishop of a former prostitute who joined this commission and, met a man who wants to marry her. And the lady said, I don't have womb. The man said, God said I should marry you. They got married and they got a child without womb. She gave birth. But the beauty of it is that the man knew what he was marrying. Doctor, am I correct?
Very true, sir.
Hallelujah.
The man knew what that the woman that I'm marrying does not have womb. So there is not going to be any quarrel on that issue. Not that tomorrow again, the woman is seeing her period, you're changing your face. The woman is seeing her period, you are doing face on her, you are trying to do something. You already know. When you go and buy a car and they tell you this car doesn't have AC, and you started going, rain started falling while you drive out from the place, you now start touching. You say, AC. They have told you from the showroom that it doesn't have AC or the AC is not working. So as you are driving and going, you already having in mind, if rain fall, this car don't get AC, it go warriors for this car. So you prepare yourself very well. I mean, that has become so important now because it's overwhelming now. People should know that this person I'm marrying, this is the status. Can I carry it? If you can't carry, just as you say no to other results, you'll be able to say no. I'm a very practical person. So some of you know that about me. I'm a very practical person.
I missed that part of you, sir.
Yes.
So we only have 2 minutes more, sir. And there is a question here I will want you to answer, sir.
Okay, what is that?
A lady sent in a question. She said that I'm a big time career woman. I'm really intentional and I'm passionate about my career. I want to get to the peak of my career, but I'm currently with someone who wants to go into full-time ministry. I've seen the lives of most pastors' wives, and as much as I admire their lifestyle, I believe there's more for me. I've prayed about it, but I don't know. I feel God is silent. The man in question sometimes makes me believe that eventually I'll have to choose which I want. What's your advice for me, sir?
Well, I used to have all those kind of, in fact, even last week, somebody sent me a message. I don't know why people keep on sending me this message. I cannot tell somebody, marry this person, don't marry this person. No. I can only tell you practically. Do you have the capacity? Do you have the desire, the drive to be pastor's wife? If you have, then, yeah. But if you don't have, you may not have like the full capacity, but if it's something that is okay with you, you can say, God, please increase me. Like Mary say, how can this thing be? Seeing that I know no man. And the whole and there was a reply, you shall be overshadowed with the power from on high. But she did not say, I beg, I'm engaged. I don't want to carry your wahala, go for another person. Do you understand me? There was that acceptance, there was that willingness. But if you want to use me to give birth to the Savior, I'm ready. But how will it be? I say, okay, the power from on high shall overshadow you. So if she is like interested to be Mommy G.O., but she's thinking that her capacity, her skills is not there, she can say, then God, embrace me. She can say, God, I want you to empower me. But if there is no interest, there is nothing at all, it's not by force, it's by choice. You can say, no, I am not. Okay, why am I not into full-time ministry? Do you know how long I've been doing this thing? I've started this thing since I've been prophesying in church from age 9, age 8. But why am I not into full-time ministry? Because of the practicality of my life. Because I know that even if I'm going to go into full-time ministry, it's going to be so clear, it's going to be so evident, but it's not going to be because I don't have a job, then I go and join pastoral work. It's not going to be circumstantial something, or because I can preach, or because I know Bible, and I go and join full-time pastoral work. So I'll be doing this thing and doing that. If God say, okay, this is you're doing now, it is time to make it full. Then I can leave everything. But I can't just say, the way the Rema is flowing or the way I'm praying and people are getting hit, let me go and do it to full time. No. So if she is in a position to say, I will not marry you because I don't want to be a GO, she can do that. But we have also had testimonies of people who didn't want to marry pastor, but later on became even the leading teachers in their husband's ministry. So it all depends on, don't go and be a momijio tomorrow and become a problem to the man's ministry because you think your time of getting married is going. Everybody's getting married. No. Will you be happy about it? Will you be fulfilled? If not, call it off.
All right. Thank you very much. I will really appreciate you very much. Thank you. Thank
but
you
there is
very much.
another point in your list you gave me. That's
Jesus.
my own special. That's my.
It's because of time.
Okay, just 1 minute.
Okay. Sir.
The other one is, I will not. All of you are not masters. But what I want to say here is, recently, I discovered that many men and women are not enjoying sexual relationship in their marriage because of the word I am tired. And people like Dr. Henry, they are the ones that will be telling us that if your wife is tired, leave her. If your man is tired, leave him because he's tired. Then recently, just last week, listen very well, forget everything that I've said. This is the most important thing I'm saying. And I ask myself, if somebody say I am tired, that means like tire, the tire is less. If tire is less, everybody on your mic, if tire is less, what do you do?
You pump
if
it.
Your car tire less, what do you do?
You pump it.
You take it to where? Where do you take it to? If your tire,
Organizer.
Vulcanizer,
Yes, sir.
so if your tire, if your body tire is less, why not you vulcanizer? So don't let the devil guide you as he did to Eve by saying, I'm tired. If you're tired, go to vulcanizer and pump your tire. And in the same pump. It is a pump.
All right. Thank you very much. We really appreciate that. God bless you real good.
God bless you. Thank you.
We'll be of course we'll be doing a second version of this as time goes on in the course of the year, where we can actually have much time to listen to more of them.